All right. Hey, everybody. It's an Author Talk Short with me, Amy, Russell, and Fern here for Author Talk. And our lovely guest today is Naomi, and we are talking about romance. Okay. And you all know that we are huge fans of romance. Me and Russell more so on the terms of like killing people and love triangles, all of those kind of things. But that's what we're talking about today with Naomi for the Author Talk Short. So tell us a little bit about the books that you write.
Well, I'm an oddball right now because everybody likes to write dark and I don't.
Okay.
So I am a baseball freak and I write baseball romance.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. And so I have a baseball romance series. Book 6 just came out last month in that series. And my baseball romance is a little different because, okay, I love sports romance, but I have a pet peeve about it. And it's because every single one of them, the only thing that makes it a sports romance is because one of those two characters plays said sport. But you never see anything about the sport, right?
Oh.
Right. So in mine, you actually get baseball.
Nice. That is awesome.
Well, how
That
do you
is difficult.
Yeah, well, no, it's not. I'm a baseball nut. I could baseball out of my no. So it's great. But so I've been told that baseball is almost a character. And you get a baseball different depending on what POV you're in, because, you know, if it's the girlfriend of the guy playing, she's going to be more interested in what he did. Or if it's the player and he's standing out in the outfield, he's going to be talking about what's going on from his perspective. So it's a little bit of a different thing. And so that's my thing. And I love it. So
I have to say kudos to that, because not just because of the sports thing, but just in general, the whole like work element in a romance. Like, you know that people have jobs, but apparently they're never actually at their jobs. You know, they're always somewhere else. And it's like, how do these people even pay the rent? I don't get it.
No,
you know?
no, there's no way. And then you think about baseball. They play 162 games a year. How on earth do you not put baseball in their story when they're gone and they're gone 81 of those games to play somewhere else?
Exactly.
Naomi, put your hat on. What's your team? Put your hat on.
Oh, do you have a team? Do you have your favorite team?
She has a team.
Go Padres.
Oh.
I am a San Diego girl. I'm actually an LA girl that transplanted to San Diego 4 years ago. And when I transplanted to where I'm sitting right now looking at my stadium. I live across the street. So
Naomi, have you ever surfed on Paradise Beach in San Diego?
I have not surfed.
But you live in heaven.
But you live in heaven.
That's a diehard fan you live across from the stadium. I mean, okay.
I'm a season ticket holder. I go to I have tickets to 81 games and I go to 65 of them a year. I have severe issues. And unlike most authors who tend to be a little bit quiet, I'm actually that person that's in the right field that everybody hears yelling and they know it's me. Like they don't know that I'm a romance author, but they know who it is that's yelling and they know it's me because I'm louder than everybody else. So,
So do you have in your books, do you have because they're on the road a lot. So, and that would be hard as a romance, as a significant other, to have your significant other going on the road a lot. So do you have some of these scenes where, they have issues with that? I mean, or, is that part of the overcoming to reach that happy ever after kind of thing?
Well, my series is kind of like a small town romance, but instead of a new person in the town getting there, finding love, it's each player on the team. So it depends on which one. Each couple kind of has their own issues, but that traveling thing comes into play with all of them because it's huge. And how they handle it, they each handle it a little bit different. And the first 3 books of my series is my same hero. And this is our catcher team captain, Rixino. And he actually has an older woman who is a season ticket holder. And he is her fantasy baseball boyfriend, and they end up on a date somehow. And that's the premise, right? And so, that one in particular is the first one that has issues with on the road stuff. But she's a travel agent, so they make it to where she likes to go with him because why not, right? Other ones, don't like being left alone and, don't trust a baseball player type thing. And, it just depends on where you're at. Where another one, while he's on the road, plays video games with his girl from his hotel room. I mean, they all have their own thing, and.
Okay, that one's mine. Okay, I would totally play video games yes. Okay, you can communicate through a video game, and if I'm mad at you and we're playing a game, I'm gonna kill you in that game. Continue.
I actually did that with my sons when they were away at college.
Nice.
This is the one with the video games.
Okay, so that one would totally. I'm just going to say that would be my fantasy man or my baseball man, I guess, in this sense, because that would be me.
So he's Jones Mason. You got to check him out.
Okay.
Your book covers are in the men who lost their shirt category.
They are.
That's a good way to describe it. That was clever.
Some men.
Now I don't have. I've got all my books out right here, and I'm looking at them. I actually have one where he has a shirt on.
Oh my!
And it's not part of my baseball series. It's part of my Betting on Love series, which is one of my 90s throwbacks. And see, he does have a t-shirt on. You can see.
Okay, I'm confused because when my wife accuses me of being the man that has lost his shirt, she doesn't mean that is a good thing. I'm confused.
Oh, Russell.
Well, you just need to be appreciated better, Russell. So, it's true. It's the shirtless.
Yeah. Butts. Oh my gosh. Yes. A good butt.
Me and the baseball pants have issues. So, it just depends. It just depends on what's going on. But even my other ones, like my rom-com that I have out, there's no shirt there, babe. There's no shirt there.
Yeah, well, they don't need a shirt, let's face it. I mean, but there is an interesting conversation. I mean, because I know that there's been in the community conversations around like the covers being less, in your face, men without shirts.
Yep.
But I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, does it really matter? I mean, it's a romance. I mean,
honestly, I see all these covers that look more tame, and I'm bored. Like I said, I don't write dark. I write escapist because I read for escapist, and I want it to be fun. And so if that means I can show you my baseball player's crotch and his abs, I'm going to. And, when you see me promoting, you're going to find the video of me holding the book and, like this, because I do that. And when you see me at an event and I have my, my banner happens to have this picture on it. When people take pictures with me, we take pictures cupping the butt and grabbing the butt because this is just what we do. And so it's just kind of part of me, I think, at this point. And some of them, absolutely tame some things down a little bit, and I get it. But I think especially sports, it's still appropriate to be in their face. I mean, these are hot guys. Of course you want to see them. And I think the Firemen is the same thing. If you're going to write a fireman, I want to see the hot fireman, Other things, maybe.
Aren't they famous for their calendars? I mean.
Do they actually do those calendars? I've never seen one. Is that like legit? I feel like that's false advertisement. Okay. No. Because the one time that my smoke alarm went off in my house at my mama's, it was no calendar looking guy showing up to warn me about I should cook better. Okay. I feel like it's false advertisement. I'm just throwing it out there.
You're in the wrong location.
I am.
Like when my dryer caught fire, some very, very nice looking males showed up, and I was really nervous.
I'm in the wrong town then. At all. I'm in the wrong town because that did not happen.
I am walking distance to the fire station. I live on a 10th Street and our 10th Avenue, and the fire station is on 8th. It's about 3 blocks from me. So anytime I have the opportunity, I walk by the fire station. It's always a nice view.
Yes.
I don't get that. Like maybe it must just be where I live.
I think you need to move.
Yeah,
Naomi, she lives in College Station, Texas. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So most people know it. If you know Texas A&M University, have you ever heard of that university? Yeah. I live in that city. That's the city I live in, is where that university is. Yeah, I know. It's, hey, you know, we have a love-hate relationship. It's also trying to kill me with the cedar trees here around allergy season. Okay, so it's a love-hate relationship in the city. But I also live down the street from a fire department, and the fire chief lives 2 houses down, and he is no calendar man. Okay, I'm just saying. So I am just,
okay, so, you know, in all fairness, they're not all hot, but there's a lot of them that are. I mean, you know, I was really embarrassed.
You said that. I like, there's a lot of them. Like, I like it.
I'm just gonna say the people that showed up at my doorstep to help me with my dryer situation were nice.
Did you pretend to faint? I would have pretended to faint.
No, but I was embarrassed. Like,
so is this the class you're teaching at Lovapalooza?
Hey, I'm still
this might be
right
what
now
you
which
wind
panel
up
they
talking
put me
about.
on.
Whatever your class is about, this might be what you're talking about.
This is a good one. I would totally tune into this session. I'm not even gonna lie, just to discuss firemen. Like, I'm down.
Yeah, we can talk athletes, we can talk firemen, you know, whatever you want. We can talk my 90s throwbacks, whatever it is you want to do. I have a thing, my 90s throwbacks. I write these because I love things of the 90s because it's contemporary still, right? Mm-hmm. But it takes us out of that time where you can't watch me on social media and I don't have a cell phone, right? Mm-hmm. And I love that.
It was that dark age.
Yeah, right?
I miss those days. I miss this when like texting in class was sending
Well, that's
notes
because you were 5.
I was not. I was born in 92. I remember most of the 90s.
My point is made.
Yeah.
Anyways, I remember the corded phone and AOL. Okay, instant messenger. Hello. I remember texting in class was passing notes. And a little sidekick phone when I got to middle school. Everyone had those. You're like, the screen's going to break. I remember the good old days. I miss them. My kids will never experience that, which makes me sad. So sometimes I write Josh messages and I'm like, hey, here's a text message for you. And I pass it. He doesn't like it, but you know, it's one of those things.
Look, I send people letters in the beginning and I perfumate it. So
this is my first 90s throwback. And this is the part 2 of it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to read those.
By the way, you do need to teach a course, Naomi, in how to have your props and books ready before a podcast. We rarely get someone so prepared.
I always have my books here. I keep one of each of them here. Now, and you said AOL, so I'm going to tell you my next book coming out. I'm so excited about. It comes out the beginning of August, and it's going to be my first book that comes out on Audible.
Oh, nice.
And, so it's going to be everywhere. And it's going to be paperback and ebook and Audible. And I'm just super excited. I literally just got auditions last week. So I'm like going, how do I pick which one of these? Oh my God. Anyway, so it's all that. But it's called Confessions of an Online Junkie.
Nice.
And you said, you remember, well, you know, AOL chat rooms, blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of where that story is based from. It's one woman and how she... what she does in the AOL chat rooms and who she meets and her story going through and dating guys that she met online and how she
wow. Okay.
And it's set in the 90s. And to be clear, I am class of 1990.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you, I think that's awesome because like that is where online dating started. I mean, in those chat rooms and stuff, that was the beginning. And so you're coming back to the beginning of time. Of this new generation. So that's awesome.
And I was super active in that doing things. And so I was around and I saw things. So I took a lot of what I watched and what I saw and took a lot of inspiration from that to come up with these stories. And so my Kate, which you know, as you remember, everybody had a screen name, right? Everybody had a screen name. So Kate and her nickname, her screen name is Katie Did.
My favorite thing about those days is when you had to like sacrifice the soul of a robot and it would scream in agony in order to connect to the internet. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that?
Yeah. I remember that. Well, Naomi, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us on this Author Talk short. So you guys make sure that you tune in and come to Lovapalooza, which starts on June 17th through June 26th. To come and hear more from Naomi and her books and what she's going to be talking about and what panels and roundtables she's going to be at. So make sure you come. The link is down below in the comment section for you to find out more about Naomi and more about Lovapalooza. But until next time, you guys, this has been an Author Talk Short. Bye, everybody.